Welcome back, y'all. Today is Throwback Thursday. We're going to be talking about Avatar: The Last Airbender. My name is Sam, and my partner name is Herc.
Herc. My name's Herc.
All right, Herc. I know this is one that we both really want to talk about, and I chose this one first.
Yeah, it has to be mentioned, unfortunately. But fortunately, because, the OG is still the GOAT. But go ahead.
Oh, my God.
Lay down the laws of land.
I remember watching this in summer when it came out around 2008, 2007, 2009-ish. I was just be watching it and enjoying my childhood. And then now in my 20s, I'm rewatching it again and still enjoying it.
Nah, Avatar is the GOAT. Honestly, Avatar is big slept on because it taught a lot of lessons. Believe it or not, that's one of the best shows to get anybody in because it teaches your kids. I don't care how old you are, you're never too old for Avatar. Literally, that show is it's just that good to where it's a classic and you actually learn from it. It's not like a dumb show that's just there to make you laugh for 5 seconds,
Yeah, and I got one of my friends to watch it, and she really loved it. So I'm kind of glad. It still has that influence to people to grab their attention.
Oh, of course. And I feel like if you've seen it, if you haven't now, then something's wrong with you. I'm sorry. It's just, how long have you been on this earth? Unless you're just born. Because I'm sure there's toddlers that's seen it. And it's just, literally, if you've watched it, you've had some kind of attachment to it. And if you're starting to watch it, then you're going to love it. There's no question. Nobody ever watches Avatar and is like, ew, I hate it. Maybe Korra, but that's a discussion for another time.
They're gonna say that about the movie. We all know the movie sucked.
Yeah, I mean, if you're coming, and I hate that too, because a lot of the show was good, and a lot of people come from watching the movie, and they kind of oh, the show's not worth it, because that's all they know, the movie.
Oh, God, the movie is a disappointment. We'll talk about the movie later, because that still falls into our discussion today.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the characters. Aang.
You mean?
Oh, stop it. That's the movie discussion.
Sorry, I had to do it.
Aang is wonderful. He is a description of a little kid, which, you get the sense. Even though his whole entire race was destroyed and killed and murdered, he's still that lovable, fun kid.
I mean, if you think about it, he's a kid. He doesn't really get weighed down. He shouldn't get weighed down by all the responsibilities on him. If he did that young, then he'd probably die of exhaustion or just stress, because that's a lot of weight for a kid to be carrying on their shoulders. You know what I'm saying? That's
Katara, on the other hand. She has the way to be a mother for her brother Sokka.
I mean, for everybody, really. Anybody who Katara but comes in contact with, she's just a mom. But back to Aang, it's just, I don't know how he does. He's just nonchalant. He's smart, and on top of that, he's super well rounded. He knows his boundaries, and he knows he's not gonna break it. For example, he knew for a fact he didn't want to kill the Fire Nation leader. And he said to everybody, even though Sokka and them were telling him he has to die, he finds a way to still respect his morals. And that to me is just, especially around his age, growing up, watching him develop to be the character who he is, from a goofball into somebody who builds character and values and stick to them. That's just immaculate. You know what I mean?
It's incredible. Aang, like we said earlier, he grew up with his family and friends and his teachers, but he got the pressure of being the Avatar, something a kid should never be experiencing, having that pressure, be you're the next Avatar, you need to do this and that. And he ran away for 100 years, and coming back, he was well, come on, let's go see everybody and all that. And he's, I just love the fact that he has the energy, he has the compassion, and he's just, and like you said, he respects his morals, not to kill anybody. And that's the airbenders' morals as well. They're air nomads. They don't want to kill anybody. They just want to resolve everything by peace.
I know, but it's just very interesting, because if that was me out of the ice and they killed my whole race of people, I would have been somebody's got to die. There's got to be bloodshed. You know what I mean? Because that one person took so many lives. It took literally everything that you loved, everything and everyone that you ever loved. Imagine just one day it all being gone and one person is responsible. You're telling me you're not trying to, murk the dude?
No, because if I was raised under like the air nomads, just like Aang was, then I would be like, okay,
Wait
I
a
can
minute.
just
So you think all the air nomads wouldn't have gotten revenge, or at least some of them?
no. I do believe some of them did escape and live their own lives.
Mm-hmm.
That's a theory we can discuss a little bit later. Who I think is part of the air nomad family.
Yeah.
But they do. Some did escape from the Fire Kingdom and live their own lives somewhere else.
Oh no, for sure. I was just saying, like, just in retrospect, if I woke up one day and I found out one person killed everybody and everything I love, I'd be headed towards the path of revenge of no return. But he didn't do that. Like, immediately, he didn't even think about trying to kill Ozai. He was just like,
His first thought was, let's go back. Let me have fun. I'm awake. Let me just do this whole entire thing I wanted to do and experience it with other people.
yeah, and that's...
And then
Mhm.
you see, like, throughout the whole entire 3 books, which is the 3 seasons,
Yeah.
he's grown to mature a lot, and that's something that he had to take responsibility. Like, hey, I'm the Avatar. I need to stop having fun just a little bit and take matters seriously.
Yeah, and they did that really well too. Like, honestly, they wrote that perfectly. Like, literally perfectly, to where it all worked out, and like it didn't feel rushed, it didn't feel forced. The pacing, oh my god! I'm a sucker for pacing. Every movie or anything we talk about, I'm always gonna say pacing, because like the time spent matters. All that, because it depends on how believable it is or how actually the character developed. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
his
no,
character development was great, amazing.
All right, who's the next character you want to talk about?
Since we brought her up, Mommy Katara.
All right, Katara. Well, at first, I would just say Katara was just being...
She was annoying. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I was going to say she was like a little up there being annoying. But you can see her, like, when she hang out with Aang, you can see, like, all the time she hang out with him, that she's slowly coming down, like, hey, yeah, I'm a kid. Yeah, I have other responsibilities to do, but, like, I do need to have fun instead of like, oh my god, Sokka, why you can do this? Or like,
Yeah,
stuff like
but
that.
it's crazy though, because it's especially when Aang came out of that Sub-Zero trap, the freaking ice freaking ball. Like, she immediately took responsibility for him without knowing anything about him and like where he's from. She's just like, oh, it's our responsibility to make sure he's okay and stuff like that. It just took him to the village, no concern whatsoever. So she's super compassionate, but I feel like at the same time, that could have led to their downfall. Imagine if he was like angry or something, and then he blew up the village or something. You know what I mean? On accident, but you know.
Yeah, you can't tell because you just met him out of the blue. It's like he's a kid, and you're like realizing you're not that much older than him.
Exactly. But you know, I like her initiative. She obviously takes charge and is willing to do and make the decisions that others can't decide on or is not willing to do. That's definitely a good trait. And she keeps the balance within the group. You know what I mean? She makes sure the guys
Yeah.
are doing what they're supposed to on track. And I feel like she played a big hand in developing Aang into like him being a little more serious.
Yeah, and it's kind of amazing. I do love her character development from being like a little tight into just more relaxed.
I still kind of liked her like being uptight. I don't know. For some reason, I felt like okay, it was needed in the dynamic.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, you see like she does feel like not all mother all the time, and you see her fight and bickering with her brother Sokka, and it's just very funny.
Don't you mean Suka Blit?
Stop it. We're gonna talk about the movie later.
Suka Blit. It's not the movie though. It's Russian for something. Oh no, I think it's a bad word for Russia. I didn't say that. You guys didn't hear that. Moving on. We moving on to Sokka?
Oh, yes, we can move on to Sokka.
Sokka. No goals, no nets. But
oh my god, and he's a ladies' man too, apparently.
Bro, I feel so bad for him. All his ladies have just been gone. His first girl, she turned into the moon. His second girl, she got captured. Because it was like one of those, the girls, You remember them? I forgot what they were called. It's been a minute.
I can't remember her name. Give me a second.
But you know what I'm talking about. She was part of the group of, I forgot what they were called. But yeah, she kind of got captured and then returned, and then I'm sure there was somebody else thrown in that mix. But my boys.
There's Suki.
Mm-hmm.
What's her name? Obviously, the one that turned into a moon.
Yeah, whatever her name is. She had like.
I forgot.
Wasn't she married already? Sokka was a player, bro. She was big married already.
No, she was not married. She was still young, I think.
No, remember she had the engagement necklace or something like that?
No, I think that was Katara's necklace.
No, I'm talking about in the movie. Not in the movie, in the show. Wasn't she like on track to get married to somebody else? I'm telling you, bro. I remember it. I'm telling you. I may be tripping a little bit, but not that much.
I don't remember.
Eh,
I don't remember she was engaged to someone or anything like that.
I think she was gonna be. But back to Sokka. That's my dog right there, bro. Man's chilled, joking, witty, goofball. And on top of that, I feel like he actually was genuinely funny. It wasn't like forced, like, you know, most cartoons are like, ha ha ha, look at me, I'm big dumb oaf who says stupid stuff. Nah, Sokka actually had flavor to that. You know what I mean? It was a realistic funny because, you know, you could find people who act like that in real life.
And I love how he just kept being funny the whole entire time. Even when like things get serious, he's like trying to make a little joke here and there, like a normal person would do.
Yeah, and he and the thing is too, it wasn't like he was joking all the time. He knew how to get serious, you know? Especially when it came to with his relationship and stuff like that. He obviously knew how to be serious when it came down to it.
And it's kind of amazing. I really do love his character development from being like even though he was comedic, he was just being sexist to like, okay, I realize that girls are powerful too as guys.
Yeah,
he was like,
that one girl had to teach him a lesson.
Suki.
Yeah, Suki.
Our girl.
Wasn't there like the Shinobi Warriors or something like that? What was the name of them?
Yeah. Oh, now you're gonna make me
not
think
Shinobi
about
Warriors, but it was like the She something Warriors.
I don't think it's called Shinobi. Oh god.
It was that was not Shinobi. It was something. It was like the something Warriors.
What is it? Warriors of Kyoshi.
The Kyoshi Warriors. Yes.
Yeah.
The Kyoshi Warriors. That's what it was.
I gotta look that up.
Shinobi.
I'm sorry.
Nah, it's cool. Cheat sheets are allowed. It's just a discussion. But nah, Sokka. My favorite Sokka episode has to be when he got the meteorite sword. That thing was awesome because it taught him hard work, and he learned from that master. Despite the master knowing that he was not Fire Nation, he would put on a front, and it was like, "You're a Water Nation. Now I have to kill you." And turns out it was all like a test and stuff, and he passed. That was awesome. That really made me happy seeing how he went from a goofball and not respected since he doesn't really have any bending. He was just like, "Oh, I'm nothing." And then he kind of got his own little niche, the art of stuff. You know what I mean?
He was treated like you're not that important, and everybody's like, he's like, I am. I can prove it to you, and he actually did prove it to everybody.
Yeah, because there's some episodes that are like, Sokka, you're not really needed right now. You can't do anything. But you know, he's pretty smart for a goofy guy. He's pretty smart because I remember when he was the prison episode, he came up with a good idea to get everybody out of the prison, the Fire Nation prison.
Yeah, and it was a Fire Nation. That was an Earthbending prison.
Well, this was later on, like way later on down the road.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, because remember Zuko went into the prison too.
So many times.
Yes, yeah, they have. I think this was the one where bloodbending was involved.
Oh, yep, Katara.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because the old lady was in that prison. They freed her, and then she started bloodbending and stuff. And that's what I mean too. Katara is so back to Katara a little bit. She's so compassionate. She even like tried to like help the lady who was bloodbending her, which is crazy, by the way, bro. Like, I don't know about you, but when bloodbending got introduced, I just lost my mind. Like, I literally went dumb crazy over that because I'm just like, what? That's OP. Like, literally, you could kill anybody in any second.
I mean, anybody with those bending skills can kill anybody. Like, air people can take out the air of you. Like, there's a lot of weird things about
bro.
that.
Like, if that show wanted to get gory, bro, you'd see a lot of exploding body part.
That's funny.
Literally.
All right, so let's talk about Toph. We were introduced to her in the second season because Aang needed an earthbender, a bending teacher.
Yeah, so Toph, she's the GOAT. She is bad, bro.
Bro, for her being blind and like being a badass, honestly, I worship Toph too.
Exactly, bro. You see how she did the Brock, aka the boulder, in the freaking ring, bro? That was honestly one of my favorite episodes. And it's crazy too how her parents really didn't suspect a thing.
Honestly, yeah, it was like a shock. They're like, "Oh yeah, no, she's just a sweet, innocent kid," and
She's
like,
blind.
okay, I can
Oh
see
my god.
like I can see that part, but like then you see like her earth bending teachers, she's like, yeah, she only knows the basic, and you see everybody else in the team like, basic, you never basic, she knows everything.
Yeah, it's like, not our little princess.
Yeah.
Like literally, bro, it's just insane.
Your little princess can kill someone very easily if she wanted to.
Without even looking where they're at, dude. Like it's ridiculous. But
Oh my god.
but for real though, she's goated, but she has quite the temper on her.
Yeah, I think like throughout like the second and third, you see her like trying to deal with her anger, and you can see like she used it for good. Like she used her anger to help out her friends. Like, you know, obviously like a normal person who wants to get their anger out a quicker way.
Nah, for sure. Didn't her and Sokka have a thing?
No, I think she wanted a thing with Sokka.
Yeah.
But I don't think it really did happen.
I think it just like was mentioned and it didn't really go anywhere.
Yeah, it was just like, hey, maybe this will the audience will like it, and then they're like, maybe not. Let's not do that.
Yeah.
Let's do Sokka and Suki instead.
Yeah. But honestly, she is for real goated. She's probably like one of my favorite, if not the favorite character of Avatar, just because she's just that awesome.
Yeah, and she created another element
Metal
bending, metal bending.
Yeah.
And then sand bending, like I know she had a hard time with that one, and I do love the theory of why she learned sand bending better. It's because remember when Appa got kidnapped and she couldn't figure out a way how to track him because she doesn't know how to work on sand.
Mm-hmm.
She improved herself so just in case that happens again, she can stop people.
Yeah, I remember that episode. That was the Great Library episode, and bro, Aang went off in that episode. Holy crap, he was about to kill somebody over Aang.
Bro.
That's not Aang, over Appa. Like, jeez, bro, that man was furious.
Bro, that was when you learn about what happened to Appa, like I only cried in a few episodes of Avatar. Basi Singh, like, you know, the whole entire thing at the end, you know, Iroh was like singing about his dead son.
Yeah.
Everybody cried that part. And then what happened to Appa? Oh man, that hurt my heart.
Bro, she stays crying at every. I promise you, if a bug dies in a movie, she's gonna cry about it. A little bug.
I do cry when an animal dies, but if a human dies, I don't cry. I'm very weird.
Wow, you're just very hating on people.
People die all the time, but like an animal, I did not expect an animal to die.
You eat animals all the time, so you know they die all the time.
I do, but like I don't see it in movies. Like I would cry like a baby. I can't do that. I can't.
But you can watch a human being die. See,
oh yeah, no, that's easy.
This is what's wrong with our society. We're getting desensitized to everything. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna leave that at that. But nah, for real though. Hey, we never mentioned Momo, dude. We've been talking about Appa. Momo, real deal. He comes in clutch all the time. He was the one who found Appa.
Yeah, that is true. And you know, Momo. I just love how we were introduced to Momo and Sokka having a friendship. Like that's Sokka's pet, that's not Aang's pet. Yeah, it's really Sokka because who's the one you see Momo hang out with the most and rather prefer sleeping with?
Sokka. Mm-hmm.
So it's really nice to see that little bond between the animals and the friends.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, honestly. I don't know. I like Sokka and Boomerang. Sokka and Boomerang's better than Sokka Momo. I like the Boomerang relationship because that man, he's just like, I'm gone. I don't think he's
That
that.
man loved his relationship with his boomerang.
I think that only worked like one time in the show where it actually came back to him. And I think that was an accident. Oh God.
That boomerang went places. I swear, I don't think it was a boomerang. It was like a stick that somehow then never came back.
Yeah, that's kind of big tough on his part. That's unfortunate.
That is true.
I like. So does that mean he had to replace it, or he just kept finding it each time? That must have been like. Imagine looking for something like that. That's small, dude. It's crazy.
I think he just had Aang use his airbending skills or something
It's
like
like,
that. just to
hey, go
help him get it.
freaking find it, bro. Go radar that bit.
Yeah, Aang, you can run fast. Go find it. Go.
Fetch, dog, fetch. I don't think that was a good thing to say, but you know, it is what it is. Okay, next, I guess we could talk about Zuko.
Oh my god, everybody simps for him.
Yeah, even I sent for him.
I simp for season 3 Zuko.
Good Zuko.
I hardcore simp for that one. I didn't simp for season 1. I couldn't.
Yeah, he seemed
really
like a little
couldn't.
bratty kid in season 1.
Yeah, and then like obviously we didn't know what was going on with him until like later on, like in season 1, why he was acting the way he did. And he has like a rough childhood. Like his sister was a prodigy. Azula was a prodigy in firebending, and he was just compared nothing to her. And his mom, who he loved so much, was killed, or they have books written that she ran away instead and then was murdered. But like for him, he thought she was killed, and his dad abandoned him, and the only person he really could trust was his uncle. I mean, he had a rough childhood.
Yeah, and even still, he barely trusted his uncle because he didn't realize his uncle was looking out for him until like later on, you know?
Yeah, and it was until like, he betrayed, notice the quotation, betrayed his uncle, that he realized like he's the only one that he can truly care about, other than like his girlfriend.
Wait, did it end up being a thing? Because I remember she came back.
Yes,
came back at the end.
Yes, they did. They confirm it in Legend of Korra that they were a couple and they have a daughter.
Oh yeah. Yeah, because it was hard for it. It's
May.
A little foggy to remember. Yep.
Yeah, May is her name. I was like, what's her name?
Yo, did Ty Lee ever get with anybody?
I do not think so.
I'm available, Ty Lee. I'm available. Please let me simp for you.
Hey, you have to get in line with a lot of people that simp for her.
Bro, the whole freaking show, that's everybody who's ever seen her just simp for her. And I like how Azula was just jealous. She's like, I'm fun. She looked like the devil each time, bro. Like, every time she comes on the frame, she just looks like a demon.
Speaking of the rough childhood, Azula. Oh, what? Her mom never loved her the same way that she loves Zuko.
Cause her mom found out she was bad, crazy, bro.
Oh yeah, no. And then her dad really not giving her too much attention. Like, okay, you're strong. I mean, you're perfect. You're done. You can do whatever you want. I mean, that's still another rough childhood. And then her trying to prove that she's better than her brother, and her brother still being like, yeah, you might be better than me, but like mentally, I can do this. I don't think you can.
Yeah, Azula was just broken inside. Honestly, I felt bad for her until the ending when she started acting up and trying to like kill people. And I was just like, okay, like I would have no problem if you got murked on sight. You know what I mean?
I mean, I still feel bad for her. Don't get me wrong. Like, I wish, like, I know they did try to do better for her in the comics or in the books, but like, man, I just felt bad for her.
I respect women, but she needed a good pimp slap. She needed a good pimp slap. But nah, I mean, she's cool. Like, she's bad ass, but like, I don't know. She just aggravates me. Just looking at her face aggravates me.
I mean, she is a badass. I do agree. Like, she was a prodigy in firebending. Like, you see, like, she has blue fire. Like, that's pretty amazing. Don't get me wrong.
Yup.
But like, if she was led in the right direction, she could have been like a better person.
Yeah. I don't know. I felt like that's why her mom never, because her mom realized that she was gonna grow up to be super crazy. Like, I think that's why her mom was just like, nope, 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 nope. I'm not gonna foster this demon child.
So that's the job. That's job. Dad, you
yeah,
took over that one.
You're the devil, so foster your demon child. That's crazy.
True.
Though. But now let's move on to the best character in the entire show. Period. Everybody loves Uncle Iroh.
Oh my god,
Bro.
I do really want to try his tea, boy. Like, everybody hypes up his tea.
Yo, they should have a restaurant called Iroh. Like, literally, the show could have made so much money if they marketed their stuff right. Like, they could have opened up like a limited Iroh tea flavor, or work with a tea company or something. You know, the White Lotus tea.
That would have been amazing. I mean, Uncle Iroh, I love him. I love his character so much. You can tell he had the perfect character development. In the beginning, he believed everything his dad said, right? And then his life changed when, fighting the last dragon and trying to kill it. You know, the quotation on killing. Like, he changed his whole entire life. He's like, this is not the right way we should do things. We should find peace in things. Like, that's what he's trying to tell Zuko. Like, he was like, you need to do things properly. You need to figure it out how to do things the right way.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, dude, like, his character, like, and I like it too, since he was kind of wise and all that stuff in the beginning of the show, but he still had room to develop, and he did develop. Like, honestly, one of my favorite scenes, bro, was Uncle Iroh was just awesome, bro. Remember when he was in prison and the guard brought him the rice, kicked it on the floor. He was like, "Huh," but then he left, and dude was doing one-arm pull-ups, bro. That man's a savage. He took off his robe. That man was swole, bro.
That man became something that every guy wants to be.
He had bigger titties than me. That's crazy. Dang, and he was in jail too, and I'm out here lifting weights, and that man has bigger titties than me. I'm jealous.
So, you know, that means you gotta be in jail to get bigger titties.
Oh, that's unfortunate. I don't think I'm built for jail. And I wouldn't want. I wouldn't want. See, he was alone in jail though. If I go to jail, they're gonna be other people looking at my titties and be like, they're getting kind of plump here. I don't want none of that. I don't want none of that. So I'm Gucci.
You're good.
I am good. Shoot, if you want to, you could freaking build me a cage. I'll go in there voluntarily.
Voluntarily go so you can be fit.
Yep.
Perfect.
I mean, what else am I gonna do? Work? Nah.
Yes, you need to work.
On them games.
You need to work. You need to work it.
Yeah, you already know. But nah, dude, Uncle Iroh, he's never ceases to amaze me, bro. His wisdom, his strength,
even
his
when
courage.
he was mentioned in The Legend of Korra, you can tell it was the same, like, you know, same personality he always had. He was like, you just need to do whatever he was trying to Korra. I just don't remember what, but like, you can tell, like, that's the same wisdom. That's the same thing that Uncle Iroh will tell Zuko, or one of the Avatar people, Avatar friends. That something like, even though they cross paths with them, they'd be like, just teaches them life lessons.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, like, he had no bias, he had no sides, because he even helped some of the Fire Nation sometimes. You know what I mean? So it's just like, he was just an overall good person.
He could have been a good leader.
I mean, essentially, he was when it was time for them to gather at the end and do the thing.
That's true.
So,
that's true.
Yeah, so Uncle Iroh goated, hands down. Any honorable mentions for the characters? For any other characters, real quick?
So, I mentioned a little bit earlier in the podcast that some airbenders escaped to, you know, before the Fire Nation, like during the Fire Nation attack, right? Ty Lee, I think she's part airbender.
How?
Like doesn't have
Okay,
not the ability, like she doesn't have the abilities, but like just think about it. She's the only one that's like very light on her feet. Who's another person that we know is very light on their feet?
Aang.
It's Aang.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. So, like, everything you know about Ty Lee, like, you think about it. She uses energy bending. She knows she's more down to earth. She's everything you think of an airbender, right?
Yeah, but she's like too extroverted. I don't know.
That's
I
true.
guess that doesn't make any sense because you could have a different personality, especially if you ran away and like learn new stuff and been around. And then she say something about like her parents or no. Then she give us a whole story about her and her parents at the party of how blah 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 blah. Like
Yeah, remember, they have to lie to survive. You can't just be like, oh, yeah, I'm an airbender. What?
no, I know she's not gonna
What?
say that, but if her, because I think like her story, her Staub story was somewhat true. Like, oh, they only look at me because I'm pretty or whatever, blah 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 blah. But I don't know. But it would make sense. I'm not gonna say it's not a valid idea because like literally, like I don't know why she just looks like an airbender. Like I don't know, she looked like a Aang clone, but in female. If that makes sense. Like from her eyes
sense.
shape to like her face and just like body type, and like you said, she's light on her feet too. So, no, it's definitely possible. I don't know.
All right, now let's talk about the one thing we're both dreading to talk about. The movie.
I'm leaving. I quit, guys. No more Herc at the podcast. I quit.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna have to retire after this conversation. So
Me too.
let's talk about Ung real quick.
Let's talk about Aang and Suka and all the other characters that it was just
Suka
horrible.
Hablet.
Oh man, and the one thing I really do hate, and I mention it time after time after time, was that whole entire dance scene for a one little pebble
Like it took.
while they're in the earth. They weren't hidden in the way like they were and like when they captured the Earth Kingdom people. Like, you know, they put them in the middle of the ocean with full metal and all that stuff. No, they were in earth, like solid ground. They could just easily destroy them.
Yeah, honestly, dude, I don't even like. Literally, there's not much to say because it was so bad, and I'm sure anybody who's seen it or even heard about it just knows it's so bad. Like it took like a whole team to move a pebble, like you said, literally, and the comedy was so dry. Katara when Sokka got freaking frozen. It was lame because it wasn't even funny and it misuse of Sokka's character. And then Katara, she kind of looked the part, but her acting was
Not really. All of them. It was all the casting was horrible too. I'm pretty sure, like, it was just not their job for that movie. Everybody was like in a different race, and you're like, what?
It was trash casting, and it's not for me. They just couldn't sell their character. They just couldn't act. You know.
And no, they didn't sell the character to me. I was just like, I literally watched 5 minutes of it and stopped. And the only reason why I know about the whole entire dance scene because it was a meme.
See,
I only watched 5 minutes and I stopped. I couldn't.
You ain't even watched the whole movie.
You watched the whole movie. I give you. I give you props.
Like I watched it numerous times, only because I thought it was a bad dream. I thought it was like, oh, maybe it's just me seeing something. Like maybe I'm missing the whole point of the movie. So I've watched it a couple times, and then I realized I had to break that DVD, and I did. I literally threw it like a freaking disc out of my, like, no joke. I literally got it, snapped it, threw it as far as I could because it was that bad.
Honestly, that's the worst movie I've ever seen, and I barely even saw it. That's like that. That's how bad. Like I will sit down and watch a whole entire movie, but like I would sit down to watch a movie of every single dog dying. I would be crying my heart out. But I'll be watching that movie, but I can't watch this movie. That's how bad this movie is, guys.
Wow, dude, that is insane. But literally, she's not wrong. Like, literally, I would do actual torture. And my thing is, bro, how do you mess up the Chattington that is Sokka? And Uncle Iroh, how do you mess that up? Like,
How you mess up Zuko and like a Fire Lord Ozai? How you mess up Aang and you mess up his name and say Ong? My
yeah,
name's
they couldn't
Ong.
even get his name right. Literally, and the thing that bothers me is you have a blueprint. The entire show was finished. It's not like you were adding on to it. You have the complete story. All you had to do was watch it, take some freaking notes that a kindergarten would take, and copy it exactly. Copy. This is the only time where you're allowed to cheat and copy everything word for word. What's wrong with you?
Don't be angry if you copy word for word. They'll be
Happy.
if you did.
They would
This
be
is-
happy.
This is what I know for sure. This is what book readers feel when they watch a movie that it's like part of the book. You're like, what? That didn't happen in the book. That's wrong. I feel exactly the way they feel.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I understand if they want to change some stuff, which is cool. Yeah, add your creative flavor, but like keep the main thing, the main thing. Like they literally kept. Oh my gosh, bro! It's just the whole movie was in shambles. I didn't even know what it was, bro. The pacing was god awful.
It was
Everything was
God.
It,
It was 0 out of 10 for me. I do not recommend
Negative.
it. I just recommend the TV show, and that's it. If someone else, I think they are coming out a better movie. We had to watch that for sure. But I can tell you it was 100% better because they actually got the names right when they were probably introducing the cast. I think I saw that somewhere where they're like, "Oh, I play Aang," and I was like, "Okay, the movie's 100% better. I don't care if it's bad.
Yes.
They got the name right."
dude, like literally, I'd rate that a -10 out of 1,000,000. But
Yeah.
but I can't wait for the new show. Actually, I saw the casting, and everybody's the right age and somewhat looks like their character, and they got the names right. But
Yeah, that's the important thing.
but I'm still kind of iffy. Like that movie just threw me all off. So now I don't trust anybody when it comes to Avatar. I don't trust nobody. And that's Netflix. They supposed to be doing it supposedly, but I'm telling you, I don't trust anybody.
As long as I get the name right, I won't be that mad.
So
I just can't be like, my name's Ong, and then someone's like, "Oh, Ong, be careful," and you're like,
please stop.
What?
That's triggering me. That is triggering me. Get out of here, bitch.
if you see my face right now, it's like that one meme, like the guy who's like, "What?" and you see like all the calculations back. That's like my face right now. Whenever I was watching that scene,
Yeah, I don't blame you. Just when they said his name, I was like, "Yep, it's time to leave." It's literally time to leave.
but no. Anything you want to close up with Avatar: The Last Airbender? It can be about the movie, or it can just be about the TV show. I know most of you are going to talk about the TV show.
Yeah, honestly, to close up, it's just so good. Literally, there's nothing left to say. Like, first of all, there's nothing to say about the movie. The movie's just trash. Don't watch it. Don't subject yourself to torture. That's it. Don't save a life. Save your life. Don't watch it. But the show is literally like it's so like honestly, that's one show I could watch religiously and binge with anybody at all. Like literally, I would binge that 100 times over. Just to watch it over and over again, because there's something you pick out something from it each time you watch it, because it's that in depth. Like literally, it's not like one dimensional. You either pick up on some extra theory, or it's just like it's just amazing. Like literally, I know I'm like not saying too much about it, because I want you to go experience it. You know, like go if you haven't, go experience it. And if you have already, you know exactly what I'm talking about. How about you, Sam?
Honestly, I agree with her. I mean, I bond over this movie with my cousin. He's 30 years old. He's 10 years older than me, and we both bond over this TV show. Honestly, it's experiencing watching it. You learn a lot of life lessons. Even now, I'm like, oh, I didn't recognize that when I was younger, but now I get it. Like everything finally clicks into place, and trying to get people to watch it and understand what's going on and seeing their reaction for the first time, and them like, oh my god, can you believe this? And I'm like, yeah, I remember watching it when it first came out on TV. Like that experience of someone watching it is always going to be the same thing as me watching a Marvel movie with someone for the first time. It's just seeing that spark in their eyes, like, whoa, this is amazing. And you're like, yep, you see what I see now.
Yeah, that's godsend, dude. It's just too good. It's just too good.
Now I'm gonna watch it. Just watch me.
Right now, I am
thing.
going to too, because I have the entire thing on DVD. I have the entire.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Dang, I wish I bought it in DVD. No, man, you got lucky there. I was gonna watch it on Netflix.
I have the whole box set and everything, dude. It's because soon as I didn't even need to watch the full season done. I got that and Korra, everything on DVD, bro.
Oh man, now I know where to go for an Avatar weekend.
I am the plug. Hit me up. What y'all know about Avatar? But
all right, well, I hope y'all enjoyed this episode. Talking about Avatar is one of our favorites. If you want to listen or want us to talk about more Avatar, let us down. We'll keep on talking about this. Honestly, this isn't one topic other than Marvel. We'll keep on talking 24/7.
Yep. If you guys want to listen to anything else, please feel free to suggest what the next topic is for the discussion, because we do love suggestions and want to keep you guys engaged with whatever you guys want to hear or listen to. So with that, we appreciate you, and you know what to do. You know what I'm saying? Gang. Link in the description. If you haven't followed us, Geeky_Planet everywhere, or Geeky Planet everywhere. If you're on YouTube, links in the description. Go follow us on social media to stay updated with everything we got going on and the next episode. And you can see what the next episode is going to be. So, you could avoid spoilers. Not only that, but be like, okay, I got to watch this movie now, just so you could keep in touch with what we finna talk about. You dig?
And also, if you want to see bloopers, we will post those on TikTok. So you got to follow our TikTok to watch those funny bloopers.
Yep, and we finna get some live content on there soon too, so stay tuned.
Yep.
With that being said, you got anything else to say, Sam?
Nope. Hope y'all have a good rest of your day.
Peace.